Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams versus Joe Burrow and the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 8 catches, 105 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Oh, nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 8 catches, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Burrow. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Burrow completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he'll be out of bounds at the 20. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Niners add 8-3 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Leonard Floyd. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
powering forward. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 25 on 2nd down. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 36, Burrow complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Burrow will throw. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now it's Burrow. It returns it right back to Samuel. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Cade York on now for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 24. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, But out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 180.
From midfield now, Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Burrow's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's second and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top. Now Burrow loses the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. 30. 10. 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. So we've hit halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, he's got Ayuk once again. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go with McCaffrey. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Stafford. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
This is McCaffrey on the give, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mitchell. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There's Samuel adding to his big game. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To the air again, Burrow. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll just get rid of it. Okay, so thought they might go for it here down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And that gets him back within 10. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford on first down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Stafford now to throw. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. Stafford to his number 1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, open man it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing here to Kittle yet again. Caught. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Burrow going to keep this himself. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gabriel Davis. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To the air again, Stafford.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Stafford.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some room to maneuver.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. First down, here's Mitchell. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
172 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team Their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On first down, it's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. On 2nd and 10. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.